Welcome to the Selling in the Motor Trade podcast, in association with symcotraining. This is the weekly podcast where we share best practice, tips, and ideas on how to sell more cars, improve your service department, and generally put more profit into your dealership or dealer group. I'm your host, Simon Bowkett. Now, some of you probably already know me as Skippy. I would start by saying thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast. Hi, welcome to another episode of Selling in the Motor Trade. Today, I want to talk about the profitability of your used car department, retaining profit in that used car deal. We all know we want to retain as much profit as we possibly can. However, in the modern world, if you're not on the front page of CarZone, Auto Trader, whatever country you're in, you don't get the inquiry. Yes, we know that Tommy Gibbs talked lots about stock turn. I believe in turning the stock around. Targeting the overage stock is important. Go and listen to the podcast with Tommy Gibbs, how he talks about a use by date on every used car. Okay, great ideas. But there's something else I want to talk about, which is more simple and fundamental. Do we pay your sales people a commission on the profit they retain in the used car? Now, we're based in the UK. And there's two schools of thought. Number one is, yes, we still pay people on the used car profitability. But then there's more and more dealerships out there saying, well, actually, the sales manager controls the profit in that used car. So really, let's just pay them on the bonnet, as in a fixed price for whatever the unit that they sell. And the salesperson then can focus on selling the value-added products. I get why that's happened. You see, after COVID-19, you didn't have to be a genius to make profit out of a used car. It was a limited supply market. And actually, did the salesperson do a lot to retain that profit? I don't know. If you're a salesperson, listen to this, I don't want to upset you or disrespect you, but the sales process was, yeah, the car's available. You want it. If not, I got 4 other people who want it. Okay, that's it. So it kind of made sense. And we're making huge profits out of every used car. Okay. So that's where lots of people said, oh, we'll just pay them on the bonnet. Because I hear this phrase all the time. The sales manager controls the profit in the deal. Okay, I get that. In a strictly run business. But do the salespeople control the profit? You know what? I think they really can. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that something like this is happening in a dealership, okay? And listen, if you're listening to this, you've been a salesperson. If you start smirking and laughing at this, you know you've done it. The conversation goes something like this. Hey, Mr. Customer, you're telling me you wanted £7,500 for your car. Is that right? Yes. So if we pay you £7,500, you'd be happy to go ahead and secure that new car. Yes, I would. Great. Okay, and be happy to leave me £1,000 on either credit or debit card. Yep, happy to do that. Okay, or whatever you teach you guys to get that firm commitment. The salesperson then goes into your sales manager and says, hey, boss, they want $8,000 for their car. No. See if you can get it 7.5. Okay, it'll be tough, but let me see what I can do. They walk straight back out there and say, hey, great, Mr. Customer, we can give you $7,500 for your car. You see, the salesperson's just worked harder on the manager than they have the customer. In fact, you know what? It's not that. This is what I hear sometimes. So what you're telling me, sir, you want $7,500 for your car. Is that right? Yes. And if I can get you $7,500, you'd be happy to go ahead and secure that? Yeah, of course I would. Listen, the reason why I say that is that extra money is going to come from an independent buyer. That someone hasn't got the overheads we've got here. The first things they're going to want to know is if they pay X amount over the market value, will they get to own the car? So to get that figure, effectively, I'm going to have to sell your car to someone else. So if I can get that figure, you will be happy to go ahead with it. Yeah, happy to do that. They then go into the boss, transaction manager, sales manager, showroom manager, whatever you call it in your business now. Okay, I know there are lots of different, slightly different roles there. But they go into their boss and say, boss, they want $8,500 for their car. No. See if I can get it for 8. Your salesperson goes back out and says, great news, Mr. Customer. We can give you 7.5. And there's this thing called paint and fabric protection, which you've never heard about before. I'm going to shove in and give it to you for free. Now, if you're giggling at that, you know you've done it. In fact, so many times, is that salesperson just getting the sale of the value-added product by taking out the profit in the deal? But again, I hear people say, oh, no, but the manager controls the profit. The manager controls the profit. Yes, I get that. I get that. I get that. But that will only work if you as a sales manager, listen to this, will get off your bum. Go out and speak to the customer. You only need to do it once. And you go and say, hey, Mr. Salesperson, or I'm sorry, Mr. Customer, my salesperson says you're hoping to get $8.5 grand for your car. Is that right? No, I told Simon 7.5. You only do it once, and then you know that your salesperson might be trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Okay, guys, I don't know what's the right commission structure for your business. Okay, I personally kind of like the idea that salespeople are still paid on the profit on the used car. Okay, in fact, I love the idea that when I started the industry, some people paid 20% profit on that used car, but actually then no basic at all. Now, employment laws, we can't do that. And I think there's a huge benefit in paying people a decent basic wage nowadays, attract better people to the business, as they say. Now, having said that, when someone says that, I always think, were we not good people when we come along all those years ago? Now, people getting mortgages, and don't shoot the messenger. I know there's probably two schools of thoughts there. But if you're in a business where you're the powers that be have decided in your dealer group that we're only going to pay on the unit. Okay, and whatever the unit is, that's what they get paid on. And also, we'll pay them on the value-added products. Just make sure your salesperson isn't working you more than the customer. Guys, when a salesperson finds that out, they find it by accident one day. On training course, they go, oh, wow, I found the hidden gem here. Look at this. I'm going to make myself lots of money this way. And you know what? I do that. In fact, I'm going to tell you this one. This is why I'm talking about this. Last week, I'm running a training course for salespeople this time. And in the dealer group, well-run dealer group. Okay. And one of the leading senior salespeople, when we're talking about negotiation, we were talking about retaining profit. Okay, hey, Mr. Customer, that's just not feasible. How flexible can you be? Realistically, what were you hoping to get for your car? What, 76, 77, something like that? Talking about all these things. And the salesperson, in front of the whole group, turned around and said, I don't do any of that. Okay, what I just do is, I just turn around and say, what were you hoping to get for your car? 8 grand. You go to the boss and say, hey, they've been down the road and they've been offered 8.5 grand for their car. The boss always say, no, see if you can get them for 8. Okay. What? Yeah, I just lied to the sales manager because he never comes out and speaks to them and just get the deal done. I don't care what profit's in it. That's their problem. I just want to get the unit sold. Next. Guys, I love the guy for being honest and saying that. I don't think it was smart to say it on that training course, but he's not unique. That happens up and down the country all the time. So I just want to have a quick one today to talk about your commission structure, okay? If you pay on the unit, okay, just make sure that the salesperson is not working harder on you than the customer. Now, I don't want to get into the can of words with FCA. We know that half of the people listening to this podcast are in America and Australia, around the world. In the United Kingdom, we have the FCA, the Financial Contact Authority. We have to treat customers fairly, okay? We know there's a big debacle about gap insurance, what's happened in the UK where we weren't allowed to sell it. If you look into the findings, there's lots of people concerned. How many customers know they've got it? How many of these value-added products are effectively coming out of the profit in the deal? So they're not going to be more controversial. If your salesperson's doing that, I don't know. Are they stealing? No, that's a hard. Okay, and it's probably a silly word to say that. But actually, they're not stealing off a customer. Who are they stealing off? Yeah, again, I need to find another word than stealing, okay? But you get the point. And I'll go to you why. This was years ago. I was in Oak Furniture Land. For people who are not in the UK, Oak Furniture Land is a furniture shop that sells, fun enough, oak furniture. My youngest, and this tells you how long ago this was, because my youngest has just turned 18. but he was going to his very first big boy bed. He was coming out of this little mini cot thing to his first big boy bed. So we went into Oak Furniture Land, and this bed was £499 for a bed, a mattress, a little side table for it. Okay. And this was, I think, end of November, beginning of December, something like that. So I said to the salesperson, I said, yeah, that's good. I think I'll do what we're looking for. But can you do me a favor? You know, and I know in the Boxing Day sales, that bed is going to be a half price sale or further reduction or something like that. Okay. Do me a favor. Can you tell me what the Boxing Day sale price is likely to come down to? Agree to that, and I'll just do it now. If not, I can't be bothered coming back in on Boxing Day, but what I'll do is I'll just phone up and find out what it is, and I'll just do it then. He said, yeah, I understand exactly where it comes from. Hold on, let me go and see what I can do. He goes away. And he says, right, I tell you what, the bed with the bedside table and the mattress there is $499. But what I'll do is I'm going to give you this extended warranty. Okay. What it does, it covers you for 5 years. The actual, all the wood in it and the instruction on it for 5 years warranty, and there's this polish on it. So, right, okay. And how much? It's $499, but sorry, not $499. That's the price of the bread. It's $49.95, basically 50 quid. Okay, right, 50 quid for that. Does it cover the mattress? No, it just covers the oak. Right, okay. I got to tell you, I just don't see any value in that because it's a piece of oak. You know, the whole phrase, strong as oak. Okay, I think oak in 5 years will probably still be all right. So, no thanks. Okay, the guy came play to him said, oh, no, but you get the polish as well then. I'm going to give you that. So it's $499 and I'll give you that 50 quid. So I said, do you really think that's worth £50? Now, of course, I put him on the spot and he had to say, well, yes, I do. Right. Well, if that's worth £50, do me a favor, just take £50 off the value of the bed. Because I don't see the value. Do it for $450, I'll do it. He said, right, okay, we'll do that. Anyway, I'm looking after 2 young children in the furniture shop, okay, as Emma's paying for this, making sure they don't try and use a toilet that's never been plumbed in or something like that. And the guy turns around and says, yep, there's the credit card and Emma pays for that. Okay. And arrange the delivery date, all that. He said, right. And here's the free polish. Hands a bag of polish. I smell that. So what, hold on a second. Can I just have a look? Of course, on the invoice. Now I want you to remember these numbers. The price of the bed was $499. This extended warranty was basically 50 quid. So he's got the price of the bed, £400. The extended warranty, 50 quid, for a total of 450. Well, sorry, you misunderstood me before. I said I didn't see any value in that extended warranty. He said, no, but you said 450, and it's 450. What I've done is, see, the price of the bed is 400, and the extended warranty with the polish is 50 quid. But yeah, yes, I know, but you've now given me a piece of paper that says you're happy to sell me the bed at 50 quid. The piece of paper says there's an insurance product for 50 quid and the polish with it, which I don't see any value with. So do me a favor, take that off it. Do you want, no, but we agreed 50 quid. I said, yeah, I know we did, but listen, there's an insurance product on there for 50 quid. I don't see any value of it. I was frustrated with him. I said, do you need to go and speak to your manager or should I go and have a chat to him? What do we want to do? Okay. He went away. Now, I got to tell you, my own wife said, what's your problem? I did have a problem. And here's my problem. Okay. What the guy was doing is, I'm certain that he's getting paid a commission on that extended 5-year warranty, that piece of oak, whatever they're trying to do. Okay. And I was upset because he's effectively, there's that word again, stealing. I need a better word than stealing, okay? But he's effectively stealing. He's not stealing from me, not at all. He's actually taking the money out of Oak Furniture Land. But that's why I wasn't upset. I don't have shares in Oak Furniture Land or anything like that. But here's why I'm upset. And you got involved. Guess what? He was able to sell that bed for 400 quid. Okay? That's what I could have got it from. I didn't see any value in that. Okay? And that's where I thought, hold on, how often is this again happening in the motor trade, day in, day out? Of course it is. Guys, if you pay a salesperson on the profit they retain on a used car, guess what? That can't happen. Now, a new car, you might just pay on the unit price. Make sure it doesn't happen there as well. So I suppose commission structures aside, because you might not be able to change your commission structure. If you've got the ability to change your commission structure, I can tell you, I'm just a fan of paying people a profit on the car to stop that happening. But what I'm a bigger fan of, to stop this, it's so easy. If your bosses say, you as a sales manager, you control the profit in the deal, you do. But the only way you can do is make sure you second place every single customer, every single time. And listen, my customer tells me you're hoping to pay $450 for that bed or whatever it is. Listen, my salesperson tells me that you're hoping to get $8.5 grand for your car. Is that right? I told the salesperson 7.5. You'll only do it once. And then the salesperson knows that I might come out and speak to them. Now, we're not talking about catching salespeople out. We're all on the same page, okay? In fact, catching salespeople out, goodness me, I was a bastard. The amount of times I'd say, how do you get on with that customer? No, I phoned them. They said they're just going to put it off for a while or whatever. Okay, do you mind if I give them a call? You see the salesperson going into this shocked look. How often have you tried this as well, management team? Listen to this. You phone the number and it doesn't work. Oh, the customer's told you they're going to put it off for a couple of weeks. Oh, they're just going on holidays. How did they tell you that when the phone number doesn't work? Did you use the fucking force or something? Okay, now do it with a big smile on my face and just let them know that, hey, listen, everything you've done, I've probably tried as well, okay? We're all on the same side here. Just tell me, I can't remember the customer. I'm not sure. Give them a call, okay? We're all on the same side, but sales managers, actually make sure you manage the process on that one. Now, salespeople, listen to this. You might sit there and think, well, George, he never comes and looks at the car anyway. The customer's trading, their part exchange, okay? And you'll start misdescribing the car. Yeah, it's mint. This car's brilliant. It's perfect. It's really good. The car comes in the stock and it's got more hits than the Beatles. It's got alloy wheels used as parking sensors, okay? And your salesperson says, your sales manager says, hold on, I thought this car was perfect. If you're a salesperson, listen to this, don't misdescribe the car, okay? Because I'll tell you what happens is you'll get the reputation that you always misdescribe the car. And your salesperson, who's that valuing the car in your business, will start realizing that, listen, Simon always describes the cars. So I know he's telling me it's mint. I know he's telling me it's a 10 out of 10. But the last 4 cars he said were 10 out of 10 weren't. And what will happen is when you do get the car that's perfect, your sales manager, whoever's valuing the car, will naturally start chiseling the price back anyway, because you've got the reputation that you always misdescribe it. Now, if you're a management team listening to this, don't just allow your salespeople to go and value the car by themselves. Go and have a look yourself. I know you've got lots on. Guys, I really do understand that. Whenever I talk about second facing, go and have a look at the car. I know some people saying, I haven't got time to do that. Look at everything else I'm doing. I know what it's like in the modern business. We're in car dealerships every day of our life there. And I do understand that. But I tell you what, those 2 things, part of your job, it really will stop some of these issues happening. Anyway, guys, just a short one today, but I hope that gives you some food for thought. And I'll see you next time. That just leaves me to say that all details of this episode and other episodes on the selling in the motor trade can be found on our website, symcotraining.co.uk. Go there to get a copy of our book, Words That Sell Cars. Go there to sign up to a free trial of our Sales Fitness online sales training program. Easiest way to get hold of me is Simon Bowkett through LinkedIn. Thank you.